In an era when female characters were portrayed by men on the silver screen, she was a pioneer of sorts who dared to appear in and enact female roles. Durgabai Khote, who marks the pioneering phase for women in Indian cinema, or as they say, the first woman man enough to play a woman on screen. Durga Khote was born as Vita Lord to an elite Maharashtrian family in Bombay on 14th January 1905. Coming from a well-established family, she pursued her education from Cathedral High School and a bachelor's degree from St. Xavier's College in Bombay. While still in college, her marriage was arranged with mechanical engineer Vishwanath Khote. At 26, Durga was widowed with 2 young children. She did not wish to be dependent on her in-laws for support, and so she joined the world of moving images at a time when appearing on the silver screen was considered disreputable. Her first appearance was in J.B.H. Wadia's silent film Farebi Jal in 1931, but the movie did very poorly and she received much backlash. The public could not reconcile to the idea of a woman whose family was the creme de la creme of society opting to work in show business. This, however, did not deter her path. In the next year, she starred in the first Marathi talkie film Ayodhyacha Raja, a story based on Raja Harish Chandra, India's first ever feature film. While Dadasaheb Phalke had to cast a man in the role of Queen Taramati, Durgabai Khote played the role in this one. Following that, she has to her name landmark films like Sarandri, Sita, Inkalab, Mahatma Vidur, Bharat Milap, and Charno Ki Dasi, amongst many others. Durga Bai, as she was known, played women who could assert their identity in the world of men. Her characters reflected her persona and the lofty ideal of women empowerment. In the 1936 film Amar Jyoti, she played Queen Saudamini, who becomes a pirate and rebels against patriarchy, declaring war on a tyrannical state. In 1937, she produced and directed a film called Sathi, making her one of the first women to step into this role. Khote's roles complemented her regal, undaunted personality as she held her own in the presence of formidable actors like Chandra Mohan, Sohrab Modi, and even Prithviraj Kapoor. One of her most memorable roles lie in Indian cinema's most iconic films, Mughal-e-Azam. Her scintillating performance as Jodhabai, her innate grace and stature stood out along the aura of thespian who played the mighty Akbar. She performed in historicals, mythologicals, and social realist films with equal confidence and elan. Durga Khote was equally at ease on stage. She was a member of the Indian People's Theatre Association, where she rubbed shoulders with titans like Balraj Sahni, K. Abbas, and many more. In 1954, she famously performed the role of Lady Macbeth in Raj Mukut, a Marathi adaptation of Shakespeare's play. Refusing to be restricted to only films or theatre, she also set up one of the first ad agencies in the country, Durga Khote Productions, in the early 1940s. Her brainchild was the country's first ever advertising agency to be headed by a woman, and it went on to produce the popular Doordarshan soap Wagle Ki Duniya. Over the years, her talent was duly appreciated and won her many awards. The oldest association of film critics in India, Bengal Film Journalists Association, bestowed her the Best Actress Award for 2 consecutive years. In 1958, she bagged the Sangeet Natak Akademi Award and the Padma Shri in 1968. In 1983, she received the highest honor, the Dadasaheb Phalke Award, for her lifetime contribution and for paving the way for women to enrich the Indian cinema. Durga Khote passed away on 22nd September 1991 at the age of 86. She was an inspiration for several generations of Indian actresses, including veterans. And her story continues to encourage women to believe in themselves, take the unconventional path, and carve their space. In her autobiography, I, Durga Khote, she writes, "Once in a while I wonder what I would have done if circumstances had not pushed me into films, and if the Khote fortunes had not gone into decline, then my identity would have been nothing more than the daughter-in-law of an illustrious family.